Hello and welcome to part 3 of the Banana Hobby SR-71 review. In part 1 we had the unboxing of the plane, showing how it was shipped and what came with it. In part 2 we tested the electronics and found that we had a bad ESC. In part 3 here we're going to deal with that bad ESC and see if we can install a new one. What we did is we contacted Banana Hobby as soon as we found out that we had a problem. I sent an email and talked to somebody on the phone over there from customer service. They gave me permission to go ahead and open up the plane to find out what was really going on, because we didn't know it was a bad ESC yet. So what I did is I worked on that part of it because it was very boring. We didn't want to videotape it. It's not worth it. But I can tell you that it wasn't easy. The area where the ducted fan is all these compartments, even though they have screws that were holding stuff down, was still glued in. This panel that runs through the whole bottom of the plane, which is supposed to be an access panel, is glued in. It took well over an hour to cut really nicely along the edges here and around here to get at the wiring. So it is no easy job to get at the wiring once this plane is put together. And that's a lot like just about any foam plane too. So it has nothing to do with this SR-71 or Banana Hobby or RC Works on that. So what we're going to do next is find out which ESC is bad. We kind of tested this already, but I wanted to show you what we did. So we brought all the wires out. We found out that our YA harness was not the factor on why one ducted fan was not spinning. So we have an ESC hooked up to our receiver. Let's turn on our transmitter. Give it some power here. So that sounds good. We're going to give it a little. Okay, so we know this ESC is good. Unplug the power. We're going to take the, looks like 3.5 inch or 3.5 millimeter bullets out for this ducted fan on that ESC. We'll put it over to this ESC. Throttle control wire over to the receiver. Okay, looks good. Throttle down, power on. And we don't get a confirmation. So we kind of checked the wires on the bottom over here. The solder joints look good. I can't physically see anything that's wrong with this ESC. Wires are in the right spot compared to the other ESC. Plus and minuses in the right spot. Throttle control wires, the colors are in the right spots. So I can't tell anything. There's no odor from this at all. So something is just dead with that ESC. So what happened here is Banana Hobby told me that they were going to send us some ESCs, and in just over a week, maybe about 10 days because of the weekend and stuff, a pair of ESCs came in. They are 30 amp ESCs. It says one pair for SR-71. Since we know this is the bad ESC over here, we're just going to put a nice X on it. Right, bad. And what we're going to do then is unsolder this and swap this ESC out. One of the things about the bottom and cutting this out, and you see this is where the ESCs were, it looks a lot worse than it really is because you have foam that is painted black and the original color of the foam is white. So every little speck shows up as a real blemish. But soon as you get it glued back together, the ESCs cover up, you know, that spot. We just take a little bit of magic marker or some flat black paint, and you'll be able to touch that up, and you won't be able to tell the difference. So I'm not too worried about it at this point.
Okay, let's do a quick little test here. Turn our radio on, throttle down. We got the ESCs plugged into the fan.
Pull this thing down. They both synced, but they're both blowing the wrong way.